Juan, I appreciate you coming on, dude. It's a pleasure to have you on. Finally.
Finally, thanks so much. Thank you for letting me come 30 minutes late.
The pleasure's all mine, and we're doing it later on in the morning, which is best for me. So whatever, it's fine. You gotta warm up sometimes, you know. You gotta get those like blood flowing, get your coffee in you and whatnot.
Definitely needed that coffee.
Yeah, you get down with the coffee, yeah.
I do. I think I do too much coffee actually. Sometimes I feel like a little crazy. And also when I drink coffee, I drink it like water. So basically I chug it. I do like
Yeah. Are you doing hot coffee usually, or like a cold coffee?
no, usually hot, like like deli coffee or like um yeah, like just a very light coffee. No, I mean I like espresso too, but I like the other ones because you can drink a longer one.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, espresso is good too. Are you usually just doing like straight up black, or do you put like cream in it?
Straight up black. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I don't like sugar or milk or anything. I
yeah.
just like it.
That's good. You know what you
Yeah.
like, and you're down the path, and that's good.
Yeah, but I mean, different dates. I think sometimes I wake up and I feel like adding a little bit of milk once in a while.
But
They
that's not the normality. That's like everyone's. That's a
no,
blue moon kind of thing.
yeah, exactly. Once in a while.
I only like cream. You know, I don't do the putting the sugar in. It's just, I don't know. It's not it's not for me. I'll do black. I mean, like I've no problem with it. I'm actually like warming more up to it now, more
Hmm.
than earlier. But yeah, this is just a coffee podcast now. We're not even going to discuss music. This is it.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. As long as can you send me some coffee?
yeah,
Are you paying me with coffee?
yeah. That's yeah. I'm gonna send you some ground up beans.
I
So
love that.
insane.
Favorite the one that I used to talking about rock and about coffee. I used to buy the guy from Aerosmith. You know the drummer.
Yeah. Does he make coffee though?
Oh yeah, yeah. He's very very well known in the coffee world. And yeah, I used to buy his rock and roll coffee. I
Wow.
don't know. Yeah, just fun fact.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just so interesting. Like that, I don't equate the two together. Being a musician, it's like also like I'm a coffee connoisseur. It just doesn't seem like it meshes together very well in my eyes.
You need coffee, right, to stay awake.
It's true. It's true. All right. You got a point. One. I think you're right.
I think so. I mean, maybe he has so much coffee on tour that he became like a coffee.
Addict.
Yeah, definitely an addict.
But anyways, man, going into music with that great transition from coffee. When did you realize you wanted to start making music? When did that come about? Was it like a young age, or?
Yeah, I mean it's yeah, definitely when I was, I think like maybe 7 years old. Um, yeah, that's when I started realizing that I remember the first thing that I did was changing the lyrics of one band that I used to listen to. It just that was my first song, just changing the lyrics to other song. And that was the very beginning of it.
Wow. I mean, this is really, really early on to be
Yeah,
interested. Yeah. Were your parents interested in music as well? Were they kind of like exposing you to different kind of bands and whatnot?
yeah. I mean, my dad he always played in bands, but actually, when I was born, I'm the fourth. I'm the last one of fourth. So basically, when I was born, that's when he realized that he couldn't play no more. So basically, I just got here to spoil his whatever his passion or. But yeah, so basically, he played music through his whole life, and then when I was born in '89, I think he played with that band for like 2 more years, and maybe when I was 2 3 years old, he stopped, and yeah, I mean he had too many kids and he wasn't making any money with music, so But yeah, so I grew up going to shows. I grew up like around drugs, around like night, around, yeah, I love
Yeah.
it.
I like how your dad was like, all right, 3, I can do it. But the 4th one, there's no way. All right,
Yeah,
I gotta put it to rest.
that was a deal breaker. No, but I don't really know. I never asked him how was it, but it's kind of obvious, you know. Maybe he kept trying, and then my mom was like, "Nah, we're not going anywhere like this." So, I don't know. This is just like me thinking about it. I should ask him. I'm gonna call him after
Good.
this.
Okay. And
Yeah,
we're gonna record that and then edit it in. Yeah, we're
I
gonna
can,
edit the conversation in with your father.
for real.
um how does he view your music career now? Is he like stoked on it that you're making music, that you're out there doing it?
Yeah, yeah, he is actually. He's a little bit too much, maybe. He might be, I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna talk from what I believe. I think like he's like my number one fan, and that's sometimes annoys me. But yeah, I don't really. I try not to share that much with him. But yeah, I can tell like he likes it.
That's awesome, man. That is really cool that you guys share that love for music and that he still has it after all these years.
Yeah, yeah, he still plays. Now that he doesn't have any kid at home, he can finally play.
Bringing the band back together. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
but yeah.
Where did the name Tawan come from?
When I first moved to New York, um, my main group of friends. So basically, I started hanging out with these friends, and one of them, his name was Juan, and that was already like a group of friends that they knew each other for years. So basically, I was the new one, and I needed like a different, um, like a little, like a nickname, right? Just to differentiate from the other Juan. And I'm taller, so I guess I'm just tall Juan. I should have been taller Juan. Then yeah, but so my friends started calling me that, and then when I started writing these songs, the songs for the first album, my friend Juan told me you should call yourself Tall Juan, and I was like, yeah, sure, sounds good.
So that's how it stuck. But you weren't. I mean, you were making music before you moved to New York, right? I mean, you're dabbling in it at least, not super seriously, but it was there.
Definitely. So basically, what happened when I told you that I started playing, I realized that I wanted to do music. I had like bands, I have my projects with friends. Like I have many bands that I would write songs, and the other guitar player would write a song, whatever. But then I started playing more in bands that they were doing better in Argentina. So I started playing bass for the band, and this other band I would play guitar. So I was in the creative process. So for like many years, like yeah, maybe from like age 17 to 22, I didn't write much, and that was yeah, I wasn't being very like creative with music. I was just playing a lot, but I was just playing. And I think that was one of the reasons why I moved to New York. I mean, why I left Argentina. One of the many. I was kind of looking for something new, and when I got to New York, I met this group of friends, and then I started getting inspired. And my friend Juan, he started like kind of like not pushing me, but he was telling me, "Yo, man, you should write your own music." And I started doing it, and then that's when the Tall Juan thing started 10 years ago.
Wow, yeah, a good decade under your belt now.
Well, I mean, the first show was 10 years ago, though. It was June 2013. Yeah, so 9 years.
I'm just gonna say 10. Fuck it. I don't care if it's controversial. I'm gonna say that you've been doing it for 10 years. It's pretty darn close.
Let me see. Let me see. No, say 9 years.
I already said 10 though. I can't go back on my word. I just said it.
Well, okay, it's okay.
um why was it New York? What drew you there? Were you just like, oh, like there's a bunch of stuff happening, or did you know anybody there at the time?
I knew nothing about New York. Sounds crazy, but I knew, like, for real, nothing. I think I know more about LA. I knew that some famous bands, that some people that they live in LA. I knew of it. But from New York, I didn't know any scene. I didn't know any band. The only thing that I knew from back in Argentina that they play on the radio was the Strokes, which I knew they were from New York, but I never liked them. So it wasn't very, like, I wasn't excited about coming here because of, I have a sister, she lives here, and she moved here, I think 2002, like 20 years ago. Let's say 20 for her.
All right,
And
let's say I'm with you. I'm with you
okay,
on that.
fuck me up. So 20 years ago, my sister, she moved to New York, and then 10 years ago, I decided to come visit, and then I just stayed. I never went back.
Wow. So it was like on a trip initially, and then you just kind of just stayed.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I just came for. It was weird because I guess deep down, it was one of those things that they were very meant to be. Because I didn't know no one here beside my sister, not even one person. I didn't know English. I didn't know how to speak English at all. What else? I didn't have experience traveling either. But I decided to come here for vacation, which is weird because I never like been on vacation in another country. And I came here for vacation for 2 months. So basically, down there, I sold my bass amp. So basically, I knew that I was pretty much leaving.
You had the idea. You're like, all right, I might not be back.
I didn't voice it, but I definitely had it because after like a couple of weeks, I called the bands that I used to play with, and I told them, "Yo, you know what? I'm not coming back." I remember like some of them got mad, but whatever.
That's 9 years, as I would say 10 years ago. It's fine. They're it's fine at this point.
That was 10 years. No, actually 10 years ago. Last week was 10 years from that. I had my New York birthday is May 9th.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. And this is recorded on the 14th, so this is really for those listening, real close.
It will be 10 years and 5 days.
Bingo. That's awesome, man. That is really, really cool.
That's the reason why I did New York. And I'm so glad because then touring a lot around the States, I found myself in places like in the middle of somewhere in Florida, or like in the middle of nowhere in Georgia, or like Alabama. Like, wow, imagine if my sister lived in, I don't know, like
Wyoming or something. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I was gonna say something about, but yeah, exactly. Imagine you live like in even, I don't know, like in the middle of Arkansas, or it's like you don't. Yeah, I got lucky that my sister, she was in New York. That was really cool.
What was her? Why did she move to New York? What was her her draw to New York?
I don't know, actually. I don't know, because I was way younger when she came, and she and her partner, they just moved to New York. I don't know why. I guess I don't know. That's a good question. I'm pretty sure she came here once and she liked it, and she started doing some work here, but I don't know. She's a musician too.
Oh, awesome. So she also took it. What is she the eldest or in the middle somewhere?
She's the eldest. I'm the youngest. So the two extremes. But I don't know. I'm gonna answer that too, and I can record that if you want.
Yeah. We're gonna. It's all gonna be in post. Don't worry. Yeah.
I like.
Wow, that's pretty insane, man. So, how did you kind of break into the music scene here, or not here, obviously, but over there? Like, were you trying to find like what was going on? Like, how did you maneuver that?
No, really, no. It was way. I didn't think it much. So basically, when I started hanging out with my friends over here, I met this friend, and then this friend had a friend, and then we all chill. I met them because I needed a place to stay, right? And then another guy that I know, he told me, "Oh, my friend has a room." But then it turned out that this friend was a musician too. Then we started talking about music, playing music, and he was playing already in a band called The Beats. Juan Bauters is a solo artist right now. And then I started playing with them. I started touring with them. I played bass for The Beats for one tour, and then I played guitar for him. And I guess that was the way how it started, because I would play like random shows, but I think like I started playing with them, and then because of that, I would meet someone and then start like set up a show. Or I started, yeah, maybe through him, I kind of heard like of venues in New York that usually undergrad, like indie bands would play in these venues. So I would go reach him out and then like set up a show.
Sure. So it was like just a natural progression of meeting people. And so your friends, your friend who was looking, or your friend who had a friend who was looking for a roommate, that ended up being Juan Waters. That's how you met him.
Yeah.
That's
So he was
awesome.
subletting his room. I think he was going to Brazil or something like that. And then yeah, my friend was, "Oh, he's subletting his room for a month." I was, "Oh, okay." And then when he came back, I was in the room still, so we kind of like shared some time in the apartment. And yeah, before that, I played in New York. I play with some other friends, and I play in the subway. I've done a couple of things. It's not that I didn't play at all, but I think that was when maybe some people uh, will approach me because I was playing maybe with them. I mean, it's like meeting people through him was
Yeah,
what. Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
was very natural.
Yeah, very, very natural progression of things. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's wild. And how long was that until you started having to find your own place, that your sister was like, all right, you gotta move out? Like, I mean, it was I mean, pretty early on in your
Yeah,
time in New York.
it was like 3 months. Yeah, and it was cool. I mean, I'm so glad that happened, because that really forced me to work and to meet new people, and I started this relationship with my friend Juan and Matthew, and through them I met all their friends from, like, my friend Matthew's, a lot of their friends from the neighborhood and the childhood. So I kind of like basically got like got into like a group of friends that they've been friends since forever, and then I got introduced to that group and became part of that.
Very
Yeah.
cool. What kind of bands what did you see often, or hear about often when you first moved there? Like, who was kind of like running around the scene at the time?
Oh, that's a tough one. I don't know. I remember these friends of um I would see them everywhere playing Wild Yaks. They're from Brooklyn, and they will play everywhere. And what other band? That's a I have a really bad memory with that.
It's all right.
Um,
There's no wrong answers. One.
no, I mean that's the only one that comes to my mind. But I mean, I remember the Mark playing a lot around that time. Like not right there, but a couple like 2014 or 13. I remember seeing, like, yeah, a couple of years after. I remember Mac was playing everywhere.
Yeah, very
That was
cool.
like really like smaller shows too. It was cool.
And to see him now, it's insane, right?
Yeah, so fucking cool.
Were you roommates with him for a bit?
Yeah, yeah. We lived here. Like, I live in Rockaways now, but we lived about like 20 blocks from my actual place.
Very cool. Yeah, how was that being roommates with him for a bit?
It was chill. I mean, there was a moment that I'm pretty sure that he put the address of the house in the album.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, were you were you staying there at that time?
Oh yeah, that was the moment that kind of like after we moved in, we got that house together, like, and I think the album came out the year after or something like that. And yeah, that was pretty crazy.
I forgot about that. Yeah, he did do that.
It
How
was like
many? Yeah,
too many.
I'm assuming. So, I mean, and he said something about bringing coffee too, right?
A lot of coffee.
Oh man, yeah, it all ties in. Wow, yeah, that must have kind of sucked for you, like constantly people at the door.
Yeah, because I mean, it was fun for like at the very beginning, but then it turned into like it wasn't never like bad, but it's like after the guy he didn't want to open the door after like a couple times that people started coming. He was like, "Please tell him I'm not here." So I was, had to like go and say, "Hey man, he's not here." But it was cool. It was fun. It was a funny moment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean people keeps coming. My friend Matthew, he lives there still, and people go still. It used to
Stop
be like,
going. Don't bother Matthew, viewers.
yeah, but it's cool. I like even when Mac moved out, I remember people would come, and sometimes if people were cool, we would let them in. And if there was like, I don't know, like Max like sunglasses, we would give, yo, here you go, just take something. you know? Just at least. Or there were like some pictures like this. I remember.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
At that, in the initial point of you playing, just kind of working on your own stuff that there in New York, was it solo? Were you working on it kind of just by yourself?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I didn't know many people yet too. So I was like playing the guitar and playing. I was playing as much as much as I could back then. I would play like close to like 100 shows a year. I would play like sometimes like 2 shows a day, and all in New York. It wasn't like touring or anything. I
Yeah.
remember. I remember once I realized that because that website, the Oh My Rockness, that website that they list shows.
It kind of rings a bell. Yeah.
Anyways, they just it's a website that they put the shows that they're happening this month or whatever. But the whatever shows that they were listed on that one year was 80 shows in New York, and that's the one that they were listed. I would play a lot of shows at houses and stuff that wasn't like really official. So yeah, there was like a year. I think it was 2014 that I played a lot, and all just with the guitar. And
It exceeded what they said it was. You're like, no, that's not even close. I did all this as well.
yeah, yeah, it was a little more than what they said.
What was the weirdest place? Like you said, like house shows and stuff. Like, what was like the weirdest kind of place you ended up playing a show?
Now I was thinking. I mean, I had like some weird shows with other bands in Argentina. We played jail. We went to jail once and played. That was pretty crazy.
That's wild. What jail? What Rikers Island? What are you playing?
No. In Argentina, we played
Oh, okay.
like a maximum security, like a big jail. It was a women's jail too. It was pretty intense. Uh, yeah, that was a crazy one. And I was like, I went without sleeping.
Like you're Johnny Cash in it right there, dude. You're just
Yeah,
live
but
instead of live at Folsom, it's live at like whatever the maximum security prison was.
yeah, Johnny Cash played though. He played somewhere in the States. Where was it? Where was that jail?
That was in California,
I
Folsom
was,
and San Quentin. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, imagine South America, Argentina, and also women's jail. Like, I feel like this was really, really intense.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to fuck with any of those.
No.
Like 10 a.m. in the morning, I had to go like super high, and oh man, it's so weird. Yeah, I kind of remember.
How did the show go? Was it good? Did it sound good or was it
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think it sounded good. I was playing bass. I didn't have to do. I had to be quiet, so that was fine. It was really cool because I couldn't really engage and connect with any of the people there because I was super like Um, yeah, I didn't want to talk to anybody. But it was they really called me out, because the people who is in jail there, they have like so much street, they like the street-wise
Yeah.
to the max. And then they called me out right away and say, "Hey, yo, you didn't sleep, huh?" And I was like, "No." I remember like, please don't fuck with me because I'm like so like vulnerable right now.
They
But yeah,
already knew. They knew what was
but
going on.
fuck with me at all, which is I really appreciate that. I was like a whatever code, like they had codes. It was definitely an experience. But in the States, to be honest, I don't think I'm pretty sure I might have some story of a place that was kind of weird, but I can't remember right now.
Sure. I mean, that's a pretty good story, Juan. I'll accept that. I'll take
That's
that as the answer.
last show I started wearing this.
The jumpsuit. Do you what is the difference when you perform solo rather than playing with your band?
There is many, I would say. Personally, one of the main ones is that I can move freely. I can do things without having to let people know, without rehearsal. So if I'm playing and then I want to change the rhythm or the tempo, I just whatever I feel I do it. So there's like a sense of freedom, like I can do, and also freedom in the sense that I just grab my guitar and I jump on a bus and I feel like way more free. Like playing with a band, it has to be more planned, it has to be rehearsed, it has to be, yeah, I don't know. So it's like that side of it, and then at the same time, I would say it's not as much fun as playing with people, because with people I feel like I really like looking at each other and like connecting while playing. So I really like that. I feel like they both have their pros and cons.
Right. There's it's different in obviously it's different, but in both sense, yeah. Like you said, I think you said it perfectly, and you buttoned it correctly, and I just fucked it up by trying to explain again. You explained it perfectly. Juan, you're on the ball, dude.
I want to explain it again if you don't. No, but yeah, I think that I need both. Definitely, I need to do both in order to be a complete man.
It's crucial.
Yeah.
Do you always perform with an acoustic guitar? I mean, because I feel like like a lot of things I see of you, you're always playing an acoustic guitar.
Yeah. Since I started playing, I play with acoustic, and recently, just because the last album I recorded, I used a lot of electric guitar. So I started playing this year, 2022. I started playing electric guitar live instead of acoustic, and that I'm doing just solo. I'm not playing with anybody this year for for many reasons. Just because I'm trying to do from my last album until the next one, I want to have like a little transition. So just to clear the palette, just just doing okay. Now it's like it's a transition moment. I'm gonna do guitar. I'm gonna reconnect with myself, traveling by myself, and then by playing by myself, I feel like that those are the moments when I meet more people, and I need to meet more people now after all the time that we have without meeting people, right?
Yeah.
Those 2 years. So I really need to go out by myself and connect with new people and reconnect with all their acquaintances or friends or whatever.
Very
But
cool. Yeah,
yeah, that way,
I see what you're saying there for sure.
yeah, and that way I can also maybe meet new people to play with, because if you always play with the same band, it's like that's your band.
It kind of gets stale. You need some freshness and breathe some new air into it.
Yeah, and also the new album is like very very different, the style, and so I really need to somehow like spiritually and physically and in many ways I need to take a turn, like a sudden turn, and I'm trying to do it this way. So 2022, I'm not allowed to play with anybody.
That's the rule. So don't even ask. Don't even ask if you could just hop in. It's just that's against the rules. So
And I play with a suit now this year.
ooh, that's spiffy. That's nice.
First time in my life I'm doing it. First time I do electric guitar, so it's like a very first time for everything and doing solo. Like I'm trying to change.
Whole new man. Do you?
Yeah.
What is the difference between playing solo with an acoustic and solo with an electric? Is there a difference there as well?
Yeah, actually, I was thinking about that a couple of days ago, because I also been trying going to the street too, just to practice instead of practice, just kind of like busking, but mostly for like the practicing. And I realized how it is really hard to play electric guitar solo. Because when I do the acoustic, I feel like when I do the finger picking, sound fuller, and then when I want to strum, I feel like I can do more of like a percussion, and the electric is way more delicate. I don't really go for it like the way I used to do with the acoustic. So I'm like kind of learning something new. It's a different way of. I used to play and like jump and go to the floor. With the electric, I don't have that. It's almost impossible for me to do that.
Right.
But I'm kind of forcing myself. That way I learn something new.
Very
And
awesome. Yeah. Would you are you opposed to incorporating some effects like pedal wise or
no, I'm so addicted to pedals. Yeah, like too much. So basically, when I decided to do electric, I decided to start my pedal board, and yeah, it's crazy. So many good pedals.
speaking of this new chapter though, and that you're trying to evolve in a way, if you will. What is a country that you would like to play in that you haven't had the opportunity to yet?
I think maybe Brazil. Yeah, I think Brazil. I've been there, but I never played there. So I like to play.
How is your Portuguese skills? And this thing keeps on slipping, of course.
Eu falo português, mas minha português is muito malo. It's not. Nah, I don't really speak. I don't speak any Portuguese. I took lessons for like 2 months, but yeah, I can understand a little bit.
Mhm.
And a lot of Brazilian music, so I kind of like I sing in Portuguese.
You pick it up.
Yeah, and
here
it's
and there.
very close to Spanish too. So yeah.
I mean, you knew like a little bit of English before you went to New York, right? Just like
No, I just knew the hello.
okay, that's a good start. That's a good conversation starter right there.
Hello. No, it was really, really very little that I knew.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got that adventurous kind of side to you, one that you're like, I want to get out there. I want to do something. I want to experience stuff. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I'm not very like a physical, I'm not like a sport person, but I really like to put myself in like new situations and challenges, and yeah, and I go on adventures and even like camping. I really like, I like stuff like that, like being in nature, and yeah.
Camping's awesome. Is that did you ever do that as a kid, or was it like, so is it just like a US thing?
I mean, I did it with some friends in Argentina when we were teenagers, and we will go somewhere like that, because where we live there wasn't like a lake or anything, not even like no real thing, but we will take like a little trip of like a 2-hour train, and we will go camping with some friends, and we will get fucked up, and yeah, so
Because that's a big part of camping is getting fucked up. That's a big, yes, the nature's nice and everything, but also you're hanging out with your friends, and
you got
yeah, you've been camping.
yeah, oh yeah.
Do you like lakes, or do you prefer lakes or oceans? What's your take on that?
Oh wow, that's a really really tough one. Ah, fuck. I don't know actually, because I think when I go to the lake, I'm so happy. When I'm in the ocean, I'm very happy too. So I live by the ocean, so I just for respect to the ocean, I'm gonna say the ocean. You know,
Yeah, I
because
mean
I'm
it's right there. You said Far Rockaway, right? I mean
yeah,
that's pretty close. Yeah,
like 3 blocks from the ocean.
man, nice, the nice breeze coming off.
Yeah, right now it's all foggy. It's like you like the movie The Fog. You know, when
Yeah,
like for
yeah.
it's all covered with fog right now.
Wow.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Did you? I mean, did you have any experience with the snow prior to moving?
No, no, not really.
How was that transition? Like, it's just so fucking cold.
Horrible. Yeah. Not cool. I mean, the first day of the year that snow is cool, and then second day is again after a week I'm over it. I don't want to. It's too cold. Yeah. Also by the water here, it's really cold.
Yeah, you got that coastal breeze. It's gonna bite you in the ass at that
Yeah.
point.
There's a lot of wind. Yeah. But I mean, still, it's like I'd rather that than yeah. I mean, I choose it every day.
Was it? I mean, it doesn't snow in May, right? It wasn't snowing when you first got there 9 years ago. Some people
No,
say 10, but some people say 9 as well.
no. When I started playing, no, I got here like 10 years ago, actually, for real.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
But no, it was raining. I remember it was raining and no, not snow. So I got here and then I experienced the spring, summer. I was like, wow, it's so cool. I mean, that might be why I stay. Maybe if I would have come in the winter, maybe I would have. Yeah, I don't know.
Might have been different.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. No,
Did
it's never
you
thought.
do you drive over there, or is it like it's public transportation?
I drive.
Okay, very nice. What do you got? I mean, it's hard parking. Yeah.
Oh, the parking is bad. Yeah, but yeah, I always find. I mean, Rockaway is way better than the city.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm when was like maybe 3 years ago. For the first time, I got a car, and but before that, I will always take the train, longest train. Yeah,
I mean, how long is that train ride? Like, it's like Manhattan, I guess.
1 hour,
Okay.
depending on what part of Manhattan. But yeah, it's just to let's say to the closest part of the city is like 1 hour.
All right. Not too bad.
Not too bad, but late night it gets worse. It's like an hour and a half, and yeah, I mean, I like having a car.
How how would your career in music be different if you hadn't left Argentina and gone to New York? Do you think you'd be in? Do you think you'd be doing your own thing at this point if you were still there?
I don't know. Who no one knows.
And no one
No,
will know.
no one will know. No, I don't know. To be honest, because I mean, the big reason why I started playing my songs here, I started writing my songs. It was because I came here and I started dating someone, and then I got inspired to write a lyric about it. And so I guess it's I don't know, maybe not. I think like I did some songs in Argentina, but the one thing that I didn't have down there, yeah, because I wrote some songs right before coming, but I didn't have like a support, like from like friends and family. I feel like in general like happens a lot to me even nowadays that I show to my music to people, sometimes family, and they right away maybe they don't say anything, and once they say like that you're on the newspaper or like a review or something like that, that's when people get excited. So I guess like down there nobody was getting excited about what I was doing, and now because I have a little bit of a following, maybe they are. anyways, I'm just doing therapy right now.
No, that's at first it was coffee, then it's the therapy. You
Yeah.
know, it takes many forms. This podcast, I feel like I say it every episode. Yeah, it's not really about music. It's just about
Therapy and coffee.
therapy and coffee, or coffee and therapy, whichever way you want to say it. That's how it is.
Man, I want to have my second cup of coffee already. I'm feeling.
Do you do you enjoy touring? Is it something that you like doing?
So much. Yes.
To get out of that fucking city. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Well, because for real, after being in Europe for too long, I'll and I'm very lucky that I'm outside the city, so when I go to a city, it still feels like I'm on vacation. I'm like, wow, I live in this city. It's crazy. I forget about it. When I go out here, I'm in a neighborhood and I don't have like big buildings for like hours, but no hours. I mean, and I had to drive an hour to see like the big city.
50 minutes, an hour on the train. I know. I was with you. I heard you.
But what was I gonna say? I forgot about. Anyways, whatever.
It's fine. It was not a good question. It was fine. Touring though, good. You like it. You're on board with it.
Yeah, when I come, okay. When I come back from tour, I really appreciate my city way more, and that's very needed.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
What band would you like to play a show with? If you could play a show with any band.
Wow, definitely not the Strokes.
You hear that, Julian? Nah, we're not playing a show with you.
No, because actually I went to see the other day Mac play with them, and it was weird, man. Because I mean, they put the volume for the opener, they bring it down, they leave all the lights on. It's like kind of like they're scared, like the opening act that are gonna steal their show. It's like just whatever, dude. Let people do their things.
Yeah.
So no, not opening for them. You hear that? I'm not opening for you.
That's it. There's no going back on that. That's open for somebody else. Who are you liking right now? Who would you want like somebody to reach out like, hey, from what band would you like to hear from? Like, hey, we want you to open for us.
Wow, that's crazy. That's a really good question. I would like to know the answer. Hold on, give me 1 second. I mean, you put him in the spot, and
please.
Well, maybe like the thing is like one thing is a band that I would like, and then being more realistic, what will work better with the crowd? Like sometimes I have to think that way because of like.
Let's do this. Both ends of that. One that's like that wouldn't work well, but you would want to do it. One that would work well that you would want to do it. Both of them.
Okay, cool. I will definitely like to open maybe for a Bad Bunny show. I think that would be cool. I don't know if people will be very into my music, but
I think that'd be sick though. Like the different kind of genres there. I think that'd be really interesting to see.
It will be really cool, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That, and then I feel like I could definitely open a show for. Oh man, what band is cool right now? There's not really bands that I love. Well, I mean, this. I mean, if I could open a show for Beck, if Beck plays with a full band, I can definitely see that happening. Like
that'd be rad, yeah.
Because I feel like he has so many styles of music that people will be open for something different.
Sure, he's not pigeonholed to one kind of sound. He's really experimental.
I feel like he plays like exactly like so many different styles of music. So I feel like people will be who likes that music. People will be open to hear my stuff, I think.
All right, we're gonna get on that. I'm gonna
just like try to get a good guarantee. That's the only thing.
Beck actually listens. So Beck, I mean, hit up Juan. He's down. He's ready.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's it.
That's it. There we go. So in a few weeks, he'll be reaching out. So it'll be good.
Just make sure that he's playing with a full band though.
Full band. Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you just said, I mean, so he'll hear it. So, I mean, full band right there.
Full
All right.
band. That's good.
Very well.
Sweet. Wow. Easy.
It's that easy, man. Yeah. Super, super easy.
And I want to tell you someone that I would like to work with, even though they didn't ask me.
Oh, yeah, please.
No, the other day I was thinking, the guy from Nine Inch Nails. I was like, wow, what it will come out if that guy he produced an album for me?
That'd be wild.
Trent Reznor, yeah.
That is. I was thinking. I was like, is that Trent Reznor? And it you solidified it right now.
I think that would be good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
be killer.
Let's do this. The guy he produced my album, and then after that, I put it out and I go opening for Beck on tour.
Exactly, with the album, of course. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When I come back from tour, I'm very happy. New York. I like that.
That's good. We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
What stimulates your creativeness to sit down and write a song?
I feel like man, that's a tough one because lately it's been very hard. But I think I like exciting, like definitely like when I watch something like a movie that I get like very inspired, I'm like, I wanna write something, you know, even if it's not about the movie, but that movie inspires me to do some art because that was made by someone. So I'm like, wow, that's cool. You can do something cool. So I get all other art makes me like, I think I listen to someone's music too. I think
like the Strokes or something like that, right?
Yeah, when I listen to the first Strokes album, I'm like, I want to write it now, right now.
Yes, it's time. Yeah.
No, I mean, I never like hated on them at all. I mean, I just never listened to the music, but I don't want it to sound like it's not my style of music.
Do you feel like it's instrumentation that comes before lyrics, or vice versa? The lyrics come before the instrumentation for a song, or simultaneously, kind of just working your way through it?
The three of them, depending on the day. Because sometimes I strumming, and then as I strum, I'm trying to see what chord is gonna go next, and then mumbling something, and then like saying like your eyes, like your farts, blah blah blah, and then something comes out.
Mhm.
And no, sometimes I have a phrase or something that I really like, and then I try to put music, and then I keep. But I rarely like have like everything finished and then adding the other. Usually it's like an idea of something, like an idea of a melody, and then I start working on that with the lyrics and everything. I think that's usually how it goes.
Yeah. So some form of a base of like something, and then you're not the base, but like a base of like an idea, and then you're kind of expanding, moving around it to formulate it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
like something to stimulate my creativity or whatever. Like okay, like a nice melody, like a nice chord progression, and then after that I start like working on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. What do you want the listeners of your music to take away from it? Like is it an energy or like a feeling, or what would you like people to feel or think about after they listen to one of your albums?
Well, I mean, it's different because different the two albums that they're out already. I feel like each is I wouldn't reply to that question for like as a general thing. I think like each album is I would like different things.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one that I haven't put out yet that I finished already. Which by the way, I'm looking for a label or someone to put it out if anybody. No, but
Captured, Innovative Leisure, Mexican Summer. Let's get on it. Let's make it happen.
yeah, so basically that album is I want people to hear it and to actually get inspired. You know, either like if you play music or because I feel like I put a lot of like attention when I made that album. I produced it myself, and then I was like paying attention to the sonics of the album. You know, I was trying to make it sound like how I wanted it to sound, and then the lyrics I really feel them. It's like a very honest album. I feel like someone can listen to that and feel inspired. I hope so. That's what I would like.
It's awesome.
Maybe
Where,
like a
yeah, well, like Beck style or a movie style. Yeah, inspiration. You want to
movie.
draw inspiration out of others,
Yeah, definitely. That's yeah.
and that in itself is inspirational. So
That's it. You got it right.
yeah, where did the idea for the first titled album, and I believe it's the first one, and please correct me if I'm wrong, the Olden Goldies, where did that idea stem from?
Well, I went to a 99-cent store around here, and then we were with my friends. I don't even remember. I don't think we went to buy anything. It's just like a new one that's just, when they had like grand opening, and it's just like
You gotta go. You gotta go.
So we went, but they were playing the best music ever. I was like, wow, this is so fucking cool. Like all hip hop, but like 80s and early 90s hip hop. Yeah, and then when we were paying, we told the guys, yeah, man, those are really good songs, and the guys say, yeah, man, just the olden goldies, and we got thinking, we were friends, and we were like, oh shit, he didn't say the golden oldies, he said
He said
olden
Olden
goldies.
Goldies.
I was like, wow, and then that's it. Yeah, it's like let's call the album Olden Goldies.
That's an awesome album title, man. It's really cool. I had to double back on that. I was like, wait. I was like, okay, I read that right. It's Olden Goldies. It made me think that.
It makes you think about it, right? It's like, wait, am I reading right? Or it's like, because it kind of sounds right too.
Yeah.
Olden Goldies.
Yeah, both ways should work. But there's one common way. But you're like, nah, let me flip it on its head. 99-cent store style.
I wanted to it was my first album, and it was it wasn't an album that I put together as an album. I just took a lot of songs that I have from through the years and different recordings, and I just put it in, like, to me it was my greatest hits until then. And there were a lot of covers of bands that I listened when I was a kid, so it was kind of like that album to me is kind of like an Olden Goldies of my life, looking back.
Yeah.
And also the album cover, I thought was very no old school, but like I took it from the a Paul Simon album cover that is still crazy after all these years. It's like,
yeah, that's I felt like there was some kind of, like, I feel like I've seen something like this before, and that's what it was.
Yeah, it's very classic. It's like a picture and then this beige kind of color, like very. But what my friend Matthew did, if you see in the album cover, it's like in the back, instead of being just like this creamy or like beige color, it's like a very, very light drawing of this other place. There's a Indian deli in New York. It's called Punjabi, that I used to go to eat there when I first moved to New York. I made twice a day, and basically he made a drawing of that you can barely see it. So I don't know. It's like a lot of information there of like inside, not jokes, but inside things that I don't think nobody really get.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I haven't been able to sit to see the backside, but now I gotta see it, man. I gotta. Well, yeah. we'll edit it in with the phone calls to everybody, and yeah.
Why? What you? Oh yeah, you put it in. Yeah.
You know how this works. Yeah, I gotta edit a lot of stuff in. We got a lot more recording to do, but yeah, we're almost there. I was listening to that album though, Olden Goldies, last night, kind of driving around, and okay. I was driving around, and then the last song, Take Your Time, came on, and as it was like kind of playing, there's like a young couple like sitting on like the top of this hill, like that I was driving up, and they're overlooking the city of Santa Ana. I was like, man, this is like a perfect like song. I felt like a perfect song for like the backdrop of this image that I was looking at for like a brief second. And I was like, man, this really goes well together. But I was like, what is that song? Is that about a relationship, that the last song on that album?
Yeah, it is. It's I wrote that song for a friend. Like, he was going through a breakup, and he was really like having a hard time, like like breaking up with his partner, and then I just wrote that song, which it came out like very like and yeah, that was one of the first songs too I wrote when I moved to New York. So it was like with my broken English, all those songs are kind of like I written like as I talk, it's like the same way. And I thought it was very honest. I think that's my favorite of the album, to be
Yeah.
honest. And it's funny that
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the last one, and it was like such an early on song. Yeah, I really do like that song, man. It's really
I wish
awesome.
song that, I mean, now looking back, obviously these things are like I like it so much. I wish it, because it's like the whole thing, the whole recording sounds like very like like homemade. It's like I did it at home back then. But I was like, wow, imagine that song like doing like with a good recording, like good production would be cool too. Like it has potential.
Trent Reznor getting on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. Exactly, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. How did you and Brianna meet, man? I wasn't able to ask her how you guys met, so I'm gonna ask you now. And if you haven't listened to that interview, go listen to it. It's up on it's up on the YouTube. So after this, go listen to Brianna's, because that one's also a great one.
So basically we play a show together in New York in 2015, I think. But we played that show, and we just talked that night for a second, and that's it. And I think she was dating someone around that time, and I was like 2015, I was like going crazy around the city. And then we kind of like didn't see each other for a while, and then she started coming to my house in Rockaway, because this guy, he moved into the house, and he was recording and playing with her. So she started coming more, and then we started hanging out more often in 2017. And then 2018 we started dating. But yeah,
once she was true New York love story right there.
Yeah, we took our time. Sweet time.
That's awesome,
man. Then we share a lot of music. I play with her, she plays with me, we record together. We're always like collaborating and doing stuff together.
That's great to be able to bounce ideas off another person when you're trying to hash out something.
Yeah, no, it's really good. I mean, I asked her for a lot of like the whole time. It's like, you think this sounds good, or like lyrics too. She's pretty good with lyrics too. She has a really good taste, so I'm always like, it all goes through Brianna's filter, Well, I like it.
It's a power couple. The definition of it. What do you see for the future of your music? Moving in this progressive kind of direction that you got going on here.
Well, I see I really see like a show, like a live show, like very, very rich, right? Like live show, like with a performance, like a nice, good sounding, professional, like sounding show. I really want to focus on that, on like making things sound good, and like when you go see a band and start playing and you're like, whoa, that I kind of see that happening next year and in the future. So that, and then like I see, yeah, like I always like theater, so I see like the whole thing taking like a more theatrical path, I think.
Awesome.
I like the idea of like being on stage, and then when you go off stage, you go back to your normal clothes. When you go see a play, you go see like the Beauty and the Beast, and the guy who's playing the Beast, he goes down. When he goes home, he takes the costume off. He's not the Beast anymore.
Yeah.
So I really see myself being like a beast on stage.
Right, you are, Juan. Man, Juan, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, man. I'm really glad that we were able to make this happen, and thank you for your time coming on. but I do like to wrap it up with some promos. So your music's everywhere, right? You're on all streaming platforms, Spotify. There's a lot of good videos on YouTube. So while you're here, after Brianna's interview, go check out both Brianna's and Juan's music videos and whatnot, because they're awesome. And your live performances, you can see what he's talking about with like kind of the stripped down and like kind of with a band as well. And then you're gonna see more in the coming future, right?
Yeah. And I would like to whoever is listening to the podcast, they should check out. There's like when I first started playing, we made a couple really, my friend Matthew Balls, he made really good music videos, and I feel like everybody should watch those. It's beyond the music; it's just the videos are really good. There's a couple. This one is called "I Wish I Knew." Another one, no wait, that one no, not enough. Falling Down. I don't know. Those two are like really good videos. They should definitely check it out.
I'm gonna link it. So go after the Brianna interview or whatever. You got to listen to that Brianna interview. I'm trying to plug that as well, because not enough people are listening to her music. It's insane. But I'll link those two videos in the description down below, so people can go check it out. But aside from YouTube, streaming everywhere. So whatever you listen to while you're, I don't know, driving into Manhattan or whatever, or you're, taking a subway or whatever it may be, whatever your transit is, you're everywhere, right?
I think so. Yeah.
We're just gonna say it. You are.
They say yes.
Yeah. And the people can go support you directly through your Bandcamp, right? Is it the best place?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Friday they do that thing. Just go on Friday. Bandcamp Friday. But
that's right. All the proceeds go to the artists, and Bandcamp doesn't take anything, so which is good.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like I think Bandcamp is the best, and the best way to support is just coming to the show.
Oh yeah. But the Bandcamp is tawan.bandcamp.com. Be sure to go buy the digital albums and whatnot. And there's a CD available, so go buy that CD too. So it's all sold out, everything. And then so he has to make more. What's the best way for people to know about upcoming shows? It's through Instagram, right? Is that what you usually post it?
I think Instagram to cover my life. Yeah, that's where if you want to find me, you can see me there.
Oh, that's cool. But no, it's at Tawan, no underscores, nothing, just Tawan on Instagram.
Yeah, I think I'll be playing a bunch of shows this year. I'm gonna go on tour in September around the States, so I'll be in the West Coast, the South, I'll be in the East. Yeah, I'll be
everywhere. Not North though. We're not going North. We were East, West, and South. And sorry about the North. Sorry.
There's not really offers. So what can we do?
Alaska. We'll see you soon. Anchorage.
Alaska, no. I'm so sorry. No, but yeah, September through like mid-September through the second half of September, I'll be on tour, and I'm about to announce that in the next couple of weeks.
Great. So keep an eye out for that at Tawan on Instagram. Is there anything else that we're missing for the promo side of things?
Oh no, I think we're good.
All right, we're good. All right, Juan, you're the man, dude. I'm gonna stop recording this, and I'll talk to you in a minute. All right.
It's a wrap.
All right. Thank you, buddy.